सो आज की जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम चल रही है तो काफ़ी लोगों का ऐसा मानना है कि जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है वो स्टूडेंट्स को ढंग से ट्रेन नहीं कर पाती है, स्टूडेंट्स को जो एजुकेशन चाहिए होता है वो नहीं दे पाती है। तो वो चीज़ पे आपका क्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है और ये चीज़ को ओवरकम कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो
See, I think today, parallelly, there are a lot of education boards that are functioning. Yeah. First of all, Gujarat State Board, if you're in Gujarat, or any state board. Then you have CBSE board. Then you have ICSE. And then you have two international boards, IGCSE, which is Cambridge Board, and International Baccalaureate, which is IB. All five have different curricula. All five have different ways of evaluating children, students. So I think there has to be a parity between all the boards. Somewhere there has to be a common pitch. You know, sometimes people feel ICSE board बहुत tough है, तो मेरे बच्चे को ICSE में भी रखना है, उसको CBSE में रखना है. तो कहीं ना कहीं जाके सारे बोर्ड्स को पैरेलल लाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज इवेंचुअली बच्चों को होलसम एजुकेशन मिले, ये ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. कौन सा बोर्ड कौन से बोर्ड से अच्छा है और कौन सा बोर्ड फ़ायदा कारक है, कौन सा which board is not good, we are not into that. All boards basic purpose is to provide good elementary education to the students. So I think कहीं ना कहीं जाके सारे एजुकेशन बोर्ड्स पैरेलल आ जाए तो फिर ये डिस्पैरिटी नहीं रहती है, या कि मेरा बच्चा गुजरात बोर्ड में है तो वो उसको इन्फीरियर फील करता है, और किसी का बच्चा इंटरनेशनल बोर्ड में है तो उसको लगता है कि ये इंटरनेशनल बोर्ड में माने ये फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के लिए ये ईजीली अप्रोच कर सकता है. ऐसा नहीं है. ICSE, CBSE बोर्ड, गुजरात बोर्ड के बच्चे भी इंटरनेशनल फील्ड में एडमिशन, इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं. पर लोगों को ये ऐसा लगता है क्योंकि ये सब जो बोर्ड्स के लेवल है वो हम लोगों ने ही डिसाइड किए हुए हैं. But somewhere I think the central education policy has to take care that all these boards have a common wavelength. You know, they are at par with each other. The uniformity of all the boards will create or remove the ambiguity in the minds of the people. Because a lot of people come to me when their kids are very small कि मेरे बच्चे को अभी स्कूल में जाने का एज हो गया है तो कौन से बोर्ड में रखो, right? So it becomes very difficult because the fee structure for each board is very different. And if you try to get the best board according to what they are offering, maybe the fee structure does not fit your pockets. So if everything is at par, then it becomes very easy for a parent to select a school, not just because which board it's offering, because one has to see different parameters when when a parent selects a child for a school. तो ये board parity की बात मैंने की. School has a lot of emphasis on just academics, pure academics, marks and grades. इसके बाहर के दायरे में बच्चे देखते ही नहीं है और देख भी नहीं सकते. और एजुकेशन सिस्टम में इतना डीप रूटेड है कि इसके बाहर ना बच्चा देखना चाहता है ना पेरेंट्स देखना चाहते हैं. जैसे ही बच्चा 9th या 10th में आ जाता है तो ये सब उनके स्पेशल कोचिंग का क्लासेस फॉर IITG एंड नीट ये सब चालू हो जाते हैं. कन्वेंशनली इंडिया में क्या रहा है कि व्हेन आई ग्रू अप एज अ चाइल्ड, the only professions that were considered to be great professions were medicine and engineering. After 20 years, the times have changed. Yeah. So we have a lot of people wanting to do MBA. There were a lot of people wanting to get to do law. There were a lot of people who were wanting to do chartered accountancy. There were people wanting to do company secretary. Another 20 years from then, the whole field is opened wide. Yeah, computers, graphics, designing, advertising, aviation, event management, there are a lot of professions. But how many of you really want our children to go there? The deep-rooted thing that, either get your child into medicine or engineering is something that is bothering every parent. Nobody is able to think beyond that. I think people need to think for careers beyond that. So, first of all, holistic development वाला यदि curriculum आता है तो मुझे लगता है कि पेरेंट्स को डमी स्कूल्स में बच्चों को भेजने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. आई एम वन पर्सन हु इज़ अगेंस्ट अ डमी स्कूल बिकॉज अ डमी स्कूल डजंट गिव यू द स्कूलिंग एक्सपीरियंस दैट इज़ नेसेसरी टू मेक योर लाइफ कॉन्फिडेंट. You just get into one particular facet I need to get marks, marks, and marks. Beyond that, there is nothing that a dummy school can offer you. So, and what happens is most of the doctors and engineers who want to get into the best institutes in the country go for dummy schools. So there, the holistic or all-round development of the child doesn't happen. Also, career choices people are not aware of. So I think we need more people who can be counseling children on career options, more material and books or booklets to be published and circulated, some by the government, some by semi-government organizations that can go to people, who are trying to explore different professions other than the conventional ones, right? Educational system also is also a lot book oriented. Yeah, it is making our children book smart. Well, I believe a course like YMP can run because it's making a child street smart. So we need more street smart people who will understand what is necessary and to be done in life and real life situations rather than in a theoretical book-like situation. So I think outside the book learning is also very important, which is called, in management we call it MBWA, management by walking around, which means when you want to manage things, you can't sit in your air-conditioned chamber and, observe and come to conclusions. You need to walk around, go to the shop floor, see things out there happening. Yeah, go to different departments, see what's happening with different people, what are the problems they're facing. Yeah. Then you will come to know where the corrections need to be made. Learning happens by MBWA, that's management by walking around. Similarly, in schools, a lot of good learning can happen outside the classroom. Yeah. Just instead of teaching them in the classroom, they should be going out, visiting places, seeing factories, going to exhibitions and museums. They should be learning from nature and a lot of other things that can be incorporated in the curriculum very early in their school life. You see, in Ahmedabad, we have institutes like IIM and NID, which are one of the best, not just in India, but also in Asia. How many of Ahmedabadis or Gujaratis actually get into this? Yeah, we have something at our own doorstep, but only a handful of people are able to make it there. Now, what do we call it? Is it a basic drawback of the education system? I think we need to ask ourselves why Ahmedabadis are not making the most out of such wonderful colleges and institutions that we have in our very own city. I think our education system needs good quality teachers. When we don't have good quality teachers, an entire parallel tuition class economy gets created and flourishes. Yeah. So I've been one who have never had a tuition in my entire life. My daughter's doing post-graduation right now. She's never been to a single tuition class ever in her life and managed everything on her own. So that's precisely what I want to say. After spending an hefty amount on your child's school education fees, what is the need for a parent to send a child to a coaching institute or a tuition class or a tuition sir? What could be the reason? Well, the answer lies in the education system and the education that is given by schools. So I think there also something needs to be done, because tuitions can be affordable to some, but they are definitely not affordable to many who really need good education in life. And we need to think of those people.
आप 16 से 25 साल के कोई भी यूथ हैं, वो आज स्कूल में पढ़ रहा है, कॉलेज में पढ़ रहा है, तो काफ़ी लोगों को फाइनेंस की नॉलेज नहीं होती. तो आपके हिसाब से अगर आप अपने यंगर सेल्फ को, या आप कोई यूथ है 16 से 25 साल का, उसको आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहोगे?
आई थिंक अच्छा फाउंडेशन कम एज में हो जाना चाहिए. सो वी डू दैट एक्जैक्टली. वी ले द फाउंडेशन वेरी अर्ली. सो व्हेन द चिल्ड्रन आर कमिंग हियर फॉर द यंग मैनेजर्स प्रोग्राम, उसके अंदर काफ़ी एलिमेंट्स हमने करिकुलम में इंक्लूड किए हैं जिससे ये दे बिकम अवेयर of what all they need to think about when it is handling money or financial or monetary things. So one of the things that we teach children apart from costing and cost accounting is how to read a balance sheet and a profit and loss account. So we expose children to understand what is a balance sheet, what are the details. We can take actual practical examples of companies and show them, and the profit and loss account as well. So they're able to relate the numbers in their minds. When they handle events, an important part of the event is budgeting. सो बजट क्या होना चाहिए, बजट का अलोकेशन कहाँ होना चाहिए, उसको कैसे डिवाइड करते हैं, कितना कंटिजेंसी रखना चाहिए, ये सारे बच्चे जब इवेंट्स हैंडल करते हैं यंग मैनेजर्स, तब उनको इसका आइडिया आ जाता है कि पैसा एक रिसोर्स है पर लिमिटेड रिसोर्स है, इस लिमिटेड रिसोर्स का किस तरह से प्रूडेंटली इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए. द सेम थिंग इज अप्लीकेबल टू देयर पर्सनल लाइफ्स. They have a budget, they have a pocket money, and how do they use their pocket money? And also save for a rainy day. So they learn all this, the importance of saving in life. Yeah, we are talking about the importance of value of money. Because when we do community service and we go and talk to the underprivileged or less privileged people, they come to know how lucky or fortunate they are. And they go to the condition and the difficulties that people who don't have all the facilities or funds, what sort of difficulties they have to face, and they understand through that although they might have a lot of them with today, they need to use it very wisely, and they also need to plan and save for the future. We also expose them to the tax system in the country and what sort of tax regime is followed in India. We make them understand what is the Income Tax Act. They understand the different income tax slabs, and they are able to relate to the tax part of the country, a citizen, because I see tax evasion is something that is very, very commonly rampant. मेरा टैक्स कम से कम कहाँ हो, मैं कहाँ पे टैक्स मेरा छुपा हो, ये लोग सोचते रहते हैं. पर कंट्री का विकास तभी हो सकता है जब हम सारे सिटीजन्स ट्रुथफुली अपना टैक्स भरते हैं. तो ये बच्चों में बहुत पहले से हम लोग inculcate करते हैं. Also, we have sessions on banking where industry experts come and explain to them about different banking procedures. कि आज आप इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं तो उसके क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस है, कैसे होते हैं, क्रेडिट कार्ड्स का यूसेज कैसे होता है, डेबिट कार्ड्स क्या होते हैं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स क्या होते हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें बच्चों को बहुत प्राइमरी लेवल पे यंग मैनेजर्स प्रोग्राम में हम लोग एक्सपोज करते हैं. इंडस्ट्री से एक्सपर्ट्स आते हैं, बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री से आते हैं, बच्चे उनके साथ क्वेश्चन आंसर्स करते हैं, अपनी क्वेरी सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. एंड इन दिस वे दे नो मच मोर देन व्हाट their peer group or children from their schools would know, because they are a part of the young managers program.